Hey you guys, it's Sam. I'm here today with a very special guest. This is Taylor. She's one of the co-founders of Nudestix. I'm in Toronto, and we just kind of wanted to do a little bit of a get ready with us.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so happy that you came over from Vancouver all the way to the east side. So I guess we're wearing like a tad bit of base.
Yeah.
But we're gonna kind of go over it with some concealer.
I'm using light 2. I'm very fair right now. I've not been tanning.
Seeing the sun. We're here in Canada, so yeah. I'm using light 3. What I love about this concealer is that it's great over foundation as well, but even on bare skin,
it's not too...
it's not too heavy, but it does, it's very medium to high coverage, so you can build it.
So I'm trying to maintain a light coverage foundation today.
And it looks great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
I'm going for it. I'm trying it, so bear with me.
So I'm pretty much done my concealer. That was fairly quick. Just some other things why I love it is that there's shea butter and there's vitamin E, and I know Sam was saying that she has super dry skin. I have really dry skin, so it works if you have very dry skin, or especially in the winter time, if you kind of get those patches. But also if you have oily skin, it sets matte, so you don't have to worry about overly setting it with a lot of setting powder.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Fun facts.
Fun fact. Now I was thinking, should we go into brow?
Okay, I'm playing with 2 different shades. So I have dirty blonde, I think. I have dirty blonde, and then I also have just brown. So I'm gonna be playing with both of these because I'm not sure exactly what shade I want to do. So I'm gonna start with the dirty blonde and just kind of see if it's where I want it to be. And then if I want to make it a little bit more dramatic, I'm gonna go in with brown.
So I'm just kind of filling in lightly any sparse areas. And I'm very light-handed because I find that I don't want to make my brows too bold. I still want a little bit more of a natural look.
And I'm not light-handed. I just go for it. I'm going to go in with a little bit of the brown just on the tails because my brows are quite a bit thicker in the front end, which I like. So I'm going to try and thicken them up a little bit on those old tails. Did you ever have an eyebrow plucking phase? If I was your mom, I'd be like, don't you dare. Don't ever touch them.
My mom does do that. Whenever I
can't even picture you without your brows.
My brows, yeah. They kind of make me. No, actually back, I think it was in grade 8, I had this big phase where I really wanted always in grade 8, the transition phase, bangs, thin brows, just everything at once, braces.
Yeah.
So I had I would pluck in the front, so I had my brows were really super short.
I did that too. Yeah. I plucked because I was they're too close together, and then they were so far apart, so they started where my pupil was. Do you have photographic evidence of this, perchance?
Burned it all.
Okay, same.
Maybe my grade 8 grad picture.
Okay, I'm gonna take a little spoolie and just brush through that, and then see where we're at.
I'm actually taking the gel from the other end, and what I like about this is that it's a waterproof setting gel, so it makes your brows set in place all day.
It's like a shellac. They're not coming off.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you're doing, where you're going.
If you're going swimming,
who you're with.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. They will be there. Are we going into Nudies?
Yes, let's go into Nudies.
Okay.
So what shade are you using?
I'm using Bondi Bay.
And I'm using Naughty and Spice.
If you've been watching my Periscope, you know that this has just been a constant. I don't know what happened. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know if I was gonna like these because I don't normally like cream contour.
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah. This is how I show up to jobs. I didn't think I'd like your products. But I don't normally like cream contour, and also I feel I use this as a contour, but I don't know, sometimes the color for me is just the worst because colors that are meant for lighter skin tones, I feel they're so ashy and so gray, or they're very, very orange. Yeah. So it's just this is perfect. It's the perfect color.
It's a very good neutral. For those of you who haven't seen these Nudies before, they're your all over face color. So they're for the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips to get a really beautiful monochromatic look. And then on the other side, it's a synthetic brush that actually, I don't know if you knew this or not.
Detaches.
I
found that out by accident, and I was like, oh shit.
I broke it, but wait.
I broke this.
How many times do you have a multi-use product with a brush on the other end, but you can't wash it because you don't want to put the entire product, and yeah. Right?
That's brilliant. I didn't even think about it in terms of washing it.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna start light because I have like lighter coverage, and then I'm gonna go with my beauty blender actually instead of the brush, just to really blend this out.
And I'm just gonna apply it directly from the balm on my eyes, my cheeks, and my lips, and then blend it out with the synthetic blending brush on the other side. And it's gonna look a little clownish at first, but just I want you to see how natural
This looks natural.
This is like how I would typically go out.
Yeah.
Because like I want it to be like intense, but
Yeah.
like
dramatic.
still,
like I'm an artist. You can really tell I'm an artist. But
you're
low
super
maintenance
lazy
as well.
So I'm just lightly stippling the product into my skin, and I also like to apply it in circular motions. And I love how this formula is super lightweight as well.
It's lightweight and it stays so well. I can't believe it. I didn't expect it.
Yeah, and it's water resistant as well. So if you love long wearing products, as we all do, it'll last all day. And what I love about it is that you could really shear it out to create a really soft finish. But if you do want a little bit more intensity, it's super buildable. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit more on the apples of my cheek. And then if you do want a little bit more of a pigmented effect, you could use your fingers rather than the brush. And then lightly blend it into the apples of the cheek to create like a really nice youthful glow.
And then I'm just dabbing some on my finger and onto the lips.
And maybe a little bit more on my eyes just to pump up the look a little bit.
So I'm gonna put this on almost like as a base, just on the lid, and then I'm going to probably buff it out with a brush. I haven't thought that through yet. Okay, I'm gonna take this little brush and just kind of buff out the edges.
So I'm gonna go in with Illumi-naughty, which is Nudies Glow.
I'm also gonna go in with Illumi-naughty.
Amazing. So this is our Nudies Highlight and Glow, which is a really nice kind of Korean gel technology that, I mean, I find it super lightweight and it lets your skin shine through, which I love.
This is the thing about this highlighter. This is what I want to mention. I feel like if you are going for this highlighter thinking it's going to look like those super intense powder highlighters, it's not what this product is about.
Yeah.
It's more of like a gloss, kind of like actually dewy skin-like effect. It's not as powdery and intense and kind of like a blinding highlight. It's just very glossy and it makes your skin look so nice.
Yeah, it just makes your skin, I feel like, look so much more like fresh and youthful.
Yeah.
And I love how this color, especially Illumi-naughty, has a really nice lavender undertone to it. So it gives you that like that holographic highlight look. And notice like how I'm swiping it onto the skin. I don't have much foundation underneath, but if you are wearing foundation, I strongly suggest kind of wearing it like what Sam's doing is, tapping the color because you don't want to swipe away any product, or just stipple it onto the skin because you don't want to remove your foundation.
Yeah, so this will kind of just like lay the product on top essentially, and it won't make your foundation patchy underneath or anything like that. It will just apply really nicely over top and give you a nice kind of glowy gloss.
I never really go for the powder highlights because I feel like they could look a little bit chalky on me, and plus if I'm not wearing like a full face of makeup, it doesn't really go well together. So I love how this kind of just gives me a really nice luminosity, and it does have a lot of pigment, but still looks like skin.
I'm putting this all over my body.
Yeah. I like to, if you want to wear it in more precise areas, I like to take my finger right on the tip, kind of like exactly what Sam's doing, and then slightly tap it on to the high points of the face, or to the nose, the bow of the lip. And it has, it's actually a very hydrating formula, like it has plant oils in it, so if you do have like dry lips or dry skin, it works very nicely.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And it, again, lasts really well. Even though it is like more glossy and dewy, it still lasts really, really well throughout the day.
Yeah. I'm actually just gonna, lastly, I'm just gonna apply some on my lids.
I'm just gonna watch.
For like, roles are reversed over here.
Yeah.
And I feel like the glossy lids, like everyone's talking about it, everyone kind of wants to achieve that look, but they're like, well, it's gonna be sticky, or it doesn't look like it does on the runways, but I feel with this, it's still like very subtle and like
it just kind of adds a little bit more dimension and almost, again, like kind of brings it back to looking skin-like, because sometimes, I think that right now, especially, people are really into like such dramatic makeup where you're like layering powder on powder on powder on powder on powder, and bringing in that gel almost brings it back to just looking more skin-like. It's really nice. Oh shit, I don't have my lashes.
Yes, go get your lashes.
Goodbye.
So I'm gonna stop here because this is my kind of like lazy girl, like get out the door, you know, monochromatic, fresh look. And then
There's nothing fresh about me. So I'm gonna be taking this magnetic eye color in Rustique just to make this a little bit more dramatic. Same thing, I'm just gonna be applying it straight from the stick, and then I'm gonna go in and buff out with a little brush. So I'm just going to apply that straight onto the lid, just under the crease, and then buff it out with my fingers and my brush. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of this under my eyes as well. I'm so sorry, the fresh face thing didn't last for long. My skin's fresh face.
fresh, yeah.
Sorry, I already have like 35 things in my hands. I look like Edward Scissorhands with all these like...
Great movie.
There is one movie that I've seen.
One movie.
I was just saying that like I am the worst at movies. Everyone's like, oh, you know, in this movie, have you seen this? And I'm like, no, especially the classics. Like I'm particularly bad at the classics, like Pulp Fiction, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Have you seen The Breakfast Club though?
Pretty Woman, Breakfast Club, no, like nothing. I know, I'm the literal worst person. I'm the worst person. Like I don't know what my problem is. Maybe I wasn't raised right. Michelle, is this your fault? Why haven't I seen the classics?
Michelle? In Saskatoon, you know.
Okay, I told you that in confidence.
I'm like, you're originally from Vancouver? She's like, no, I'm actually from Saskatoon. I'm like, oh, I've never met it. And I'm Canadian, and I've never met anyone from Saskatoon.
How do you not?
No, I don't know. It's so
We're
weird.
a rare breed.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm gonna take a little bit of Immortal, and I'm actually gonna take it on the angle brush from Nudestix. I'm gonna take that and run it along the edge of the brush. And then I'm going to almost just like stamp it right along the lash line, just to hide my lash band a little bit better, because I'm gonna apply lashes. I don't know what to say. I'm also gonna take this on this angle brush and stamp it underneath, and then get it kind of, because this angle brush, like the bristles are a little bit longer, so I can actually get it right between my lashes and kind of tight line that way. And it's better to do it with a brush like this if you do have watery eyes, as opposed to trying to go in there with like a hard pencil.
There, I can do the swatches now. This is what I've been waiting to do for the past like 10 minutes. I'm like, yeah, just to show you. They don't budge. It's riveting for me because I don't really get to see this every day, you know.
So I just chop these into little half lashes, and I just kind of apply them first, and then I'm going to squish them together with another pair of tweezers.
All right, so as you do that, I'm gonna get going on my mascara.
Okay.
And I'm using the Nudestix mascara. It's actually a treatment mascara. So
Treatment mascara?
Yes.
Go on.
So if you do want, you know, to condition your lashes, it also has peptides in it that grow, thicken, and lengthen your lashes. So we actually made this mascara in Italy. It's a really amazing formula. And it's just a glossy black formula that just looks like, makes your lashes, there's no clumping, there's no flaking, and it just looks like a natural extension. So I like to just apply a few layers for kind of like just like a natural lash look.
I'm also gonna pop some mascara on.
And this is great also if you have sensitive eyes or if you wear contacts, because it's ophthalmologist tested and it's hypoallergenic.
You guys just kind of got it all figured out.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Well, because my sister, she has, we all have super sensitive eyes, and we find that mascara, and I have very, very sensitive eyes, so whenever I'd wear a specific mascara, my eyes would just get so inflamed and red and rashy.
Yeah.
So it was important for me that I had something that was, you know.
Is that kind of like what led you guys to wanting to create Nudestix? Like, how did this come about?
So actually,
Give us a little history lesson,
oh,
if you don't mind.
My mom, her name is Jenny, and she is a chemical engineer with over 20 years of beauty experience, and she came from the world where more is more makeup, and if it's, you know, kind of like that Sex and the City generation, or more steps, more color, and we found that you know, the beauty industry talked a lot about that, which is amazing because, you know, it's artistry and it's self-expression, and there's a huge client for that, and there's always going to be a girl for that.
Yeah.
But then they had skincare. So there really wasn't anything in between for that girl or that guy who wanted an option, you know?
Yeah.
Like for those days where maybe you don't want to wear a full face of makeup, but you also don't want to wear nothing.
Yeah.
Or let's say you're a student, or you're working, or you're a mom, or you know, you're all three, and you kind of just want something to draw and smudge and get out the door in the morning.
Yeah.
There was really no brand that was talking to that girl.
Yeah.
And you know, I feel like there's also like, we really wanted to empower other girls as well to feel good and to feel confident in their own skin, and say to them, well, you know, if you don't want to wear necessarily a full face of makeup, then you don't have to.
Yeah.
But if you do, that's cool too, but we just want to make it super easy and quick for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was like about 3 years ago, and then that's really the inspiration behind Nudestix. My mom, she noticed that my sister and I we were attracted to like photos and imagery that looked natural and that felt authentic and that felt real.
Yeah.
And that was aspirational for us. I actually like to focus my mascara like on the outer edge of my lashes to give a little bit more of like a winged look.
Yeah.
Because I like that almond shape rather than,
I know.
I mean,
I go for the almond shape too, but I got these big old round eyes.
yeah.
Ugh.
God damn. Big old round beautiful blue eyes.
Ah, my life is miserable.
These are the looks.
These are the looks.
These are the looks.
A little bit more dramatic.
Yeah, versus this is like your everyday kind of like effortless, lazy girl type of look. But which is nice. What I find that, you know, you could be really versatile with the products.
Yeah.
You can go like super natural, or you could
Amp it up a little.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
how many products did you use in versus
Oh
how many
god.
products did I use?
Okay,
Let's see here.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh god,
That's pretty
8.
good.
I can't even hold them. 8. I used 8.
That's good. 8 products. So
You used 5?
Use 5.
That's everything for today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching, and thank you again to Taylor for joining me. And yeah, that's it. We'll see you guys soon.